Hi everybody, this is Diana from Sweet y Salado, and today we're going to make another highly requested recipe for a very popular dessert in Colombia, and that's how to make a milhoja de arequipe or dulce de leche, which is a dulce de leche Napoleon. And if you didn't know, a Napoleon is a puff pastry dessert filled with pastry cream, and in this case we're going to top it off with dulce de leche. And as always, the link for this recipe, as well as the recipes for the pastry cream and the arequipe, can be found in the info box below. So here we have the frozen puff pastry that I got at the grocery store, and the reason for that is because the stuff that you get at the store nowadays is of very high quality, and making this at home will take a lot of time and effort, so we're going to make it a lot easier if we use the frozen puff pastry. We're just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of flour, and we're also going to sprinkle the surface that we're going to work on with flour as well. Now all we have to do is just flatten it out a little bit with a rolling pin. And then we're going to pinch the seams with our fingers just to make sure there are no holes in there. Now we're going to place it on a baking sheet that's been covered with parchment paper, and we're going to sprinkle it with a little bit of granulated sugar. Now finally, we're just going to poke it with a fork, and this is to make sure it doesn't puff up too much while it's baking. Now we're going to bake it at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes or until it's golden brown. Then we're going to take it out of the oven and we're going to let it cool completely over a cooling rack. And at this point, if you want, you can make it a little bit more flat, and what I'd like to do is I place another baking sheet right on top. Once it's completely cool, we're going to cut all the edges with a sharp knife, and this way we're going to end up with a perfect square. And we're going to cut that square into small rectangles. Now they don't have to be perfect, but if you want them to be absolutely perfect, you can go ahead and measure them with a ruler. To put it all together, we're going to spread about 2 to 3 tablespoons or more of pastry cream on 2 of the rectangles. And again, if you want to learn how to make this pastry cream, I'm going to leave you the link for that recipe in the info box below. And then on the third rectangle, we're going to spread a nice amount of dulce de leche or arequipe. This one's homemade, and if you want to make it from scratch, I'm also going to leave you the link for that recipe in the info box below. And to serve it, we're going to place 2 of the rectangles that are covered with pastry cream on the bottom, and then we're just going to top it off with the piece that it's covered with dulce de leche. And at this point, if you want, you can go ahead and refrigerate it before serving, but that's all you need to do to make a milhoja de arequipe or a dulce de leche Napoleon. If you enjoyed this video and this recipe, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel so you can be up to date with all the new videos that I upload in the future. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye, and buen provecho.